Hey everyone, thanks for learning to play games. My name is Lance, and in today's video I'm going to be playing through a brand new game on Kickstarter right now called Call of Duty the Board Game. This is a new one from Arcane Wonders, and can be played, depending upon the set you have, either a 1 versus 1 or from 2 to 4 players. And this is a competitive game where players are going to be competing with each other to try to eliminate their opponents and gain points by doing so. And then there's going to be different modes such as capture the flag and other things that will get you points as well throughout the game, again depending upon the mode you've selected. So in this video, I'm going to be playing through the game. Now I'm going to be simulating the game as I am only one player, and this is very much a two-player game that definitely needs 2 players, as you're going to have secret screens. You're going to be plotting out your different moves around the board and then taking combat actions if you have line of sight to your enemy. So I'm going to simulate that the best I can in this video to give you a good idea how this game plays. But again, I'm only one person, so you have to take that into account when you're watching this. So with that out of the way, I do want to go over a couple things with this one. First, I'm going to be playing in the basic mode or training mode, and this is going to introduce you to the game, showing you some of the mechanics for movement and combat and that. And then at the end of the video, I will talk about the advanced mode, which basically just adds additional features to add more strategy to the game, giving you more choices during your turn and allowing you to do different things, and hopefully giving you different advantages as you get into the different movement and combat situations. But again, I'll cover that a little bit later in the video to go over those things. So as always, if you find my videos helpful, if you like what I do, please consider that like button and subscribe to my channel. It's one of the easiest ways you can support channels like mine so we continue to grow, be able to produce this content. If you want to stay up to date on all my videos, also give that notification bell a ring, and that'll let you know whenever I drop new stuff, as I'm constantly dropping new videos, including Kickstarter coverage videos, teaching videos, unboxings, playthroughs, and many others. So let's go ahead and head to the table, and we'll see what this one's all about. So moving into the game, first off, I'm going to be playing a 1 versus 1 game with Ghost versus Shepherd. And with this, as a normal game, you're going to have the screens that are going to go up in front of your mini maps that you're going to be able to plot out your different moves throughout your turn to determine how you're going to move and what position and what way you're going to be aiming and all that, hopefully trying to get different advantages against your opponents. But again, with this one, I am going to be simulating both of these. So for those purposes, I'm going to go ahead and have Shepherd be more of an aggressive kind of player, and I'll have Ghost be a little bit more on the defensive side, or being more tactical, trying to get different positions and seeing which way that kind of goes and helps us out. So with this particular mission, there is a flag in here for the capture the flag aspect of it. So anytime a player controls this, you're going to play the control token on there, and it is double-sided, so depending upon who controls it, that'll be up. At the end of each round, if somebody controls it, they're going to gain a point. And for the purposes of this game, I think I'm going to go ahead and play 10 points. Whoever gets to 10 first will be the winner of the game. So from there, let's go ahead and get into the game itself. So each round is going to be played, and each player during the beginning part of that is going to plot out their move actions, and they have 4 movement tokens that they're going to use to plot out those movements. They also have a sprint token, which allows them to move an extra space if they use the sprint, but it's also going to give them a minus if they get caught during that sprint in line of sight of an opponent. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and head into it, and I'm going to go ahead and start plotting out Ghost. Now again, both players are going to do this simultaneously behind their screens, plotting out on their mini boards. So moving over to Ghost, he's going to start down here, and again with Ghost, I'm going to try to be a little bit more tactical with things. So that being said, I definitely want to get to the flag, but I know my opponent is probably going to be doing the same thing, obviously. So I want to try to position myself where I can hopefully take advantage of that. So I'm going to go ahead and start off, and I'm going to do a move action to, I'm going to go here. I'm going to point in that direction, following those lines. And then as my second action, I'm going to go ahead and do a sprint action. So I'm going to go here for the sprint, and there as my second move. As my third move, I'm going to aim here, and as my fourth and final, I think I'm going to go ahead and jump up there and try to see what happens with that. So moving over to the other player now, again, with this player, I want to be aggressive. I want to get in there, try to get those points as quickly as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and start out right away with my sprint action. using that to move here. And I'm going to go ahead and aim there. From there, I'm going to go ahead and jump up onto that platform there. I'm going to go here. And then as my final action, I am going to because I'm guessing, actually, I think I'm going to go this way, pointing in that direction. So I'm going to kind of back up into the flag. And I'm guessing my opponent's going to kind of make their way up here. So I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm going to go ahead and back up one more space, and I'll be facing that direction. So from there, once both players have agreed that they are done with that, then we move into the actual round, carrying out the movement simultaneously. So each player would carry out their movement, triggering their first token and handling that. So for example, with mine, I am going to go ahead and move here and point in that direction. And then with the other player, I would do the same thing. Again, checking line of sight is determined. Right now, I do not have any line of sight. The building is blocking. So then he would carry out his second part of that as he did the sprint action. And that is that. So then on to the second one. So now my player is going to do that sprint action. Again, nobody has line of sight. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue moving. My player is going to go here. As the third action, my player is going to come over here and rotate. This player will come here and back up. And that's going to give him control of the flag. And then finally, the final action, this player and this player are going to move into the same space. So that is going to trigger a combat. So now we're going to have to resolve that. So first off, with combat, we have to determine if there's an on target. So this player is definitely not on target if he's facing that direction. So Ghost got him off guard there. So as the aim act or on target action, I'm going to get to go up 2 spaces on that track. And again, the other player would not. If either player was wounded at that point, then they'd also move down 1 point on that track. And there's also benefits if there's spaces that have advantage, or if there's spaces that have disadvantage, you would subtract those as well. From there, then, the next step is each player is going to look at their hand of cards, and this is all going to, again, be done behind the screen or in private so that each player doesn't know what the other player is playing. So with Ghost, I want to do, so I have a controlled shot, which would be handy to do, or I also have swift attack, which is also pretty good. I think I'm going to play the swift attack and hopefully help give me some extra benefits here. And then each player is also going to choose 7 dice from their collection of dice that they want to use. And each die has different effects. Your aggressive dice can only be used if you don't have a critical failure, which I'll explain how that works in a little bit. You have your aim dice and then your agility dice. So you get to choose how you want to allocate things. So with that being said, I definitely want to, I figure my opponent is probably going to go probably a little more defensively, as I do have an advantage on him already. So I'm going to go ahead and do 4 aim dice. I think I'll do 2 agility dice and 1 aggressive die. All right, so over to my opponent, Shepherd. So again, remember, Shepherd is about dealing out or being aggressive. So he's got some similar things. This controlled shot would give him +3 to his aim, which would be pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and go with that one. So I'm going to place that face down. And as far as my dice are concerned, I know I'm going into this a little bit on the back end, but I'm going to go ahead and do 4 aim dice as well. I'm going to do 1 defensive die, and I'm going to go with 2 aggressive dice and see how that works out. So from there, then each player is going to roll their dice and reveal their card. So we'll go ahead and handle that real quick. All right, so got some decent aiming out of that. combat and that, and then same with my player here. All right, so lots of ones for our players. All right, so from there, then we're going to first determine who, if anybody has advantage. So I have 2 lightnings there and 2 there for 4. And then this player has 2, and that is it. So my player over here definitely has advantage for the lightning bolt, so I'm going to get 1 more out of that. From there, then next we're going to total up to determine our weapons. So our weapons have a long range and a short range. Right now we are in short range, so both of us will place our marker in that starting position on the short range. And now we're going to determine if we go up or down on that track. So first off, I'll handle ghosts. So I'm going to have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 accuracy with that. And then I'm going to subtract the defense. So I have 2 from that. So I'm going to go up 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points on that. Over to Shepherd, I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I'm going to subtract 2 from that, so it brings it back down to 9. There's nothing else there, so he's going to go up 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. So from there, now we're going to handle the last part where we're going to determine our overall point total and compare that to see who's won the combat. So in order to determine that, we are going to first consult our card on our grid and then check our weapon to see where it is in that. So I am in orange, so I'm going to get 8 points for that. I'm also going to check my tactical card and I'm going to get 7 for that, so that's 15. And then since I did not have a critical failure, I also get to count my aggressive dice, so it's going to give me 16 total with ghosts. Over to Shepherd. Shepherd has no advantages on his tactical board, but he did get 6 for that, and then he also picks up 2 more there, so 9 to 15. So Ghost got it there, and if there was a difference of 5 points or less, then Ghost would take a wound or get 2 wounds that would slowly tick down at the end of each round. But he did not. There was a bigger difference in that, so Shepherd is going to be eliminated, and I'm going to pick up a point for that. So now Ghost has 1 point. So at this point, if there was any remaining actions that had not been carried out yet, then Ghost could go ahead and finish those if he chose to. But as this was the 4th action, that is all that he can do, and that is going to end the round. So this will simply be discarded. That one will be discarded. Now Shepherd, when he comes back in, he'll get to redraw back up to his starting hand size of 4. And then each of our players will get to clear their boards of all their tokens at the end of the round. And now the flag is controlled by Red, so Red did pick up a point for that as well. So they are still tied as far as that's concerned. Now the other player does not get to draw additional cards because he doesn't have a reload yet. All right, so from here, then it would move into a new round. So in order for each round, and when a new round starts, the player that has been eliminated, if there was one, will respawn into a spawn point of that player's choice, as long as that spawn point does not have line of sight to the character or the flag that is out there. So with Shepherd, where do I want to go? I think I'm going to start back there. So I'll simply place my guy there for the moment to mark that. And then we would go into that planning phase again. So moving over to Ghost. Ghost definitely wants to take that flag and change that over. So I'm going to go ahead and move forward 1. And then I'm going to go ahead and move down here and rotate. And then I think I'm going to back up into here and kind of take a defensive position and see how that goes for me. And that way it gives me, I'm pretty close to there if I need to get back there. Now on Shepard's side, with him starting right here, I am going to go ahead and move there first. And move right back on up there. And continue on. And I'm going to face that direction there. All right. So then from there, then we move back into it. So Shepard's going to place his figure out at this point and do his first move action. So he's going to go there, and I'm going to move into here, reclaiming that flag, or claiming the flag for blue. From there, then we're on to the second step. So each of our players will move. So he's going to go here, and my player is going to go into that space as well, moving to the side. So both of our players will be on target as they were both moving into that direction. And so we're both going to get the 2 for that. And we are in combat now. So I'm going to go ahead and reset the short distance ones because we are at close range. Or actually, there will not be any advantages for that for when you're in the same space. So I might have gotten that wrong during the first game, which would have made a difference. Was I in the same space? All right, so I'm going to take controlled shots for Ghost and over to Shepard. Let's see what I can do here. He's got Swift Strafing and Precision Strike. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Swift Attack. And then with Shepard, I'm going to go ahead and do... I'm going to go 1, 4, and 2. So that worked out pretty decent, hopefully. Over to Ghost. Ghost is going to do... I'll do 1, 4, and 2 on that and see if I get any luck with that. All right, so then we'll go ahead and reveal our cards. And Ghost is going to go ahead and roll. Let's see what we get here. Well, that's a little better. Oof, he's got some better aim there on that one. So got 2 5s, a 3, and a 1, and a 2. Over to Shepard. We'll see how Shepard does. Ooh, Shepard did pretty well too. All right, so this is going to be an interesting one here. All right, so first off, we'll see if we got 2 there. He's picked up 2. There's 4, and there's no other bonus. So it's a tie again. So if there's a tie, I believe that nobody gets it, as each player had a total of 4. So from there, then we'll move into the next step, totaling up our accuracy and determining any bonuses from that. So Shepard's got 10, 12, plus 3 for 15. And then I'm subtracting 2 from that, so I'm down to 13. And there's no bonuses from the space or anything, so 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'm at max already. All right, so that is all of that. And then it's over to Shepard. So I've got 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I subtract 4 from that for 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm there. All right, and then we're going to total up and determine overall damage. So I'm going to get 7 from that. I don't have anything there, and I pick up 2 more for that. So I'm at 9 for Ghost. That's not good. And then over with Shepherd. Shepherd is going to have 8 points there. 10, 16. So 16 to 9. Shepherd definitely takes that one. So with that, Shepherd is going to eliminate Ghost. So now Ghost is out. Shepherd will pick up an extra point for eliminating him. There was greater than a 5-point difference there, so Shepherd does not take any damage from that. I can go ahead and reset everything. Let's just move that out of there. And then, like I said, if Shepherd had any remaining actions at this point, he can go ahead and carry those out if he wants to. He definitely wants to, so he's going to go ahead and move forward, recapture that flag, and then he's going to move off in that direction. All right. Then at the end of the round, that is going to bump up as well. And these will be discarded. And now Ghost will come back. He gets to redraw 2 cards. That is the end of his turn, or the end of the round at this point. So again, our players will get their tokens back, or reset their tokens. Okay, and we'll start a new planning phase. All right, so with Ghost, I have to choose where I'm going to pop out at. So I know where he's at initially. Where do I think he's going to go? He's probably going to stick around back there. So I think I'm going to pop Ghost up here. So from there, I'm going to go ahead and move here for 1. Aim that direction. I'm going to sprint, I think. Go in that direction there and finishing off there. And I'm going to go here facing that direction. I think I'm going to go here facing that direction. So I'm just kind of circling the building. All right, over to Shepherd now. Shepherd is going to, I think I'm going to go back here for 1. I'm going to go there for 2. I will sprint through for 3. And I'm going to go here for 4. All right. So then we're going to carry that out. So first off, with move 1, I'm going to go ahead and start here facing, or where, no, I was going to start here. So I'm going to move there as my first and aim. Shepherd's going to rotate and come back. From there, then I'm going to sprint. So again, I have to check. He does not have line of sight to me, and Shepherd's going to go this way. And that will carry me through to my second action. Our third actions, I'm going to go here. Shepherd is going to go ahead and sprint through and end facing there. So that's going to stop us as we have line of sight to each other. Unfortunately, Shepherd again is facing the wrong direction. So we were in combat, and we'll see how this one turns out. All right, so again, Ghost is going to go ahead and choose what he wants. We have fast maneuvers, strafing fire, and ready shot. I am going to go ahead and take that one. See how that goes. I'm going to take 2. Four. Actually, no, I'm going to stick with 1, 4, and 2. I do like that combination. Over to Shepherd to go. Shepherd, what do I want to do? Shepherd's got Precision Strike and Strafing. All right, so I'm going to do the Strafing Fire. Gives me a couple extra defense. And I'm going to go ahead and do I'm going to try 3, 3, and 1. We'll see if that has any effect. All right, flipping these over. I'll go ahead and do Ghost first because he is more the aggressor in this one. All right, so I got 3 defense on that. I do get the 2 from the on target, and then I do pick up 1 for that as well, so that's going to put me there. My aiming was okay this time. I got 1 of every number and a 2. All right, over to Shepherd. Shepherd picked up 2, 3, 4, and oop, that was a 5. Where's the 5? There we are. And that. Okay. So from there, then we are both. All right, so then next we're going to determine bonuses. So I have 3 to 4 there. So I'm going to pick up 1 for that as I have the bonus. And then we're going to move into determining our totals. So I have 4, 7, and 10. And I subtract his defense from that. So he's got 4 defense, 5, 6. So I'm only going to move up 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So just shy of that. On the other side, I have 9 minus that for 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I did get into orange there. And then from there, then we're going to determine points. So I am in yellow, so I'm going to get 5 points there. I get 7 for that for 12, and 2 more for 14. And then on the other side with Shepherd, Shepherd is in orange, so I'm going to get 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 to 14, Shepherd is going to be defeated. So I am going to remove him, and I'll get a point for that. But Shepherd did keep it close, so I am going to take wounds for Ghost. That'll be discarded from there. And I'll get to redraw those, and all that goes back. All right, and then from there, Ghost can choose to continue the round. So he's going to go ahead and do that. So he'll simply move there as his final part of that. Okay. And this is all going to go back. And that can be reset. All right, so it's back over, and again, that flag is still controlled by red, so red's got a little bit of a lead there, moving up pretty good there. All right, so red is also going to reset. And again, it is back into a new planning phase. So I think I'm going to adjust this and just play to 7. I think 10 might be a little too long for this video. All right, so moving into it, again, we're going to go with our players. Ghost is down there. So we'll go ahead and start off right away and do a sprint action to go here. And then Move into the flag. And then I'm going to move back and over. With shepherd, I think shepherd's going to start there. So I'm going to go ahead and do a sprint action here. And here, coming up the backside here. And I'm going to go there, there, and I think we're just going to stay there. So I'm just going to stay right on top of there. All right, so moving into it, I am here. And we're going to go ahead and start off. So my guy here is going to go ahead and bust into a sprint and go this way. And same with this guy. He's going to go and do a sprint as well, finishing off there. So nobody has line of sight yet. So from there, then he's going to move forward, changing that flag to blue. And I'm moving up there. And then again, he's going to move back. And now my guy moves forward. So now I have sight on him, and that is going to trigger a combat. All right, so with ghosts, I'm going to do fast maneuvers, I think. Or do I do, no, yeah, I'm going to go with fast maneuvers. And I'm going to go with 4 aim. So I'm going to do 3 aim, 2 and 2. Over the shepherd, precision strike, steady, fast maneuvers. I'm going to do a precision strike. All right, so with that, I'm going to do 4 aims. Do 1 shield, do 2 shields, and I'll do 1 of those. All right, so now let's go ahead and roll. Ooh, that was nice. All right, so this could be really bad for the other guy. Let's see how he does on his rolls. Okay. All right, we'll reveal our cards. So first off, with Shepherd, before I get out of sequence here, he picks up 2 for that. And the other guy did not have target, so he's going to lose 2 because of the wounds. And then this is a short range, so each of our guys are going to go there. So from there, now we can go ahead and determine who has the initiative. So I have 2 there to 1. So he is going to go back to neutral. And then we have our scores. So I have 10, 14, 15 for mine, minus 2, which is going to drop me down to 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm all the way at the top. So that's going to be good. All right, and then he's got 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I had 1 there as well. Well, he's still at the, I think I still had a point there. So I'm good either way. All right, so we have 8 minus the 1 for that, so 7. And then I have 2 there, 6, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I do go into there. All right, so then we're going to total up our overall points. So I get 15 for that, another 4 for 19, and I have 6 more for 25. On his side, he has, I'm in orange, so I'm going to have 8. No bonuses there, and another 6 for 14. So I had some decent rolls there, but definitely way not enough. So at this point, I am going to be eliminated. That's going to give red another point. And that is it. So then red can choose to continue, which basically he's going to hold there. So I'm just going to go ahead and stop that turn. And that'll be discarded. So I have 2 cards left. He's going to get some extra cards, so that's gone. And then we'll shuffle these up real quick. And pick up a 3rd. All right, and then the wounds are going to be removed for that. End of the round, he does pick up 1 for the flag. And then these are all going to get cleared, so... Flag is a dangerous thing there. All right, so we can reset all of that. And then it's back over to Shepherd to go. Or a new round. All right, so he's close. He could potentially finish it off here if he gets lucky. All right. So I think for Shepherd, I'm going to go ahead and sprint. So I'm going to do that and that. And then I'm going to go up this time and go here. And go there. Well, I think I'm going to face that way. All right, on the other guy's side, we are going to, where do I want to start this time? So he's there. So I'm going to go ahead and say I start here. Start my move going there, there, here, and I'll go there. Okay, so now we're going to carry it out. So first off, he is going to come out here. Then our players are going to move. So I chose to do that sprint. So I do not have line of sight, or he doesn't have line of sight to me, so I'm okay there. And he's going to move there. And then from there, then I'm going to go ahead and move here. And he's moving up. So unfortunately, where are we at? That's Ghosts. So yeah, I did move here, and I'm moving away. So again, Ghost is going to be able to see me for 2, and I'm looking away. So Ghost, I'm going to do the swift attack. And this time I am long range, so we're going to use the top one there. And what do I want to do? I'm going to do fast maneuvers, I think. Okay. Then I'm going to choose dice. So I think we're going to go 2 defense. Fast maneuvers gives me an extra shield and a lightning. I'll do 3 there. And 2. On my side, I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to go 3 dice, 3 aim, and 1 shield. See how that works. All right, so I'm going to start with him and see what happens there. So I got 2. Ugh, the aggressive dice did terribly. And it's those. All right, over to Shepherd. Shepherds didn't do a whole bunch better, but definitely got better shields. All right, so this will be interesting. All right, so first off, I picked up the 2 there for the on target. I definitely got the 1 point there because of that, because I have 6 plus the 1 there for 7 versus he had 2. All right, so then we're going to move into accuracy. So first off, with my player here, I have 5, 9, 10 plus 1. Oh, I had the 2 bonus there as well. I still had more. So he didn't luck out there. So I have 10 there minus 6, 7. So I'm only going to go up 3. 1, 2, 3. Definitely not good. All right. And then with Shepherd, Shepherd has 5, 6, 7, 8. He has 8 minus 2 for 6. No other bonuses. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's in orange. So then we're totaling it up. So I have 4, and I'm still in white. So 6, 7, 8, 9. And then Shepherd is going to pick up 8, 10, 16. So Shepherd got me. I wasn't quick enough on that. So I'm going to pick up a point there. And then Shepherd can choose to continue his movement if he wants to. So he's just going to, well, I'm just going to hold off there. I'm not going to worry about it. And in the rounds, that would move up as I have the flag, and that will finish it off. So from here, let's go ahead and talk briefly about some of the advanced stuff. So first off, the advanced is going to open up, and the interesting thing with the advanced part is that you can mix and match, choosing how you want to, or how many of these different advanced features you want to use. So I guess let's go ahead and talk about the characters first. So each character has an advanced side that's going to give that character some sort of starting ability. For example, with Shepherd, he would start with a Magnum pistol on top of a second item. And with Ghost, he has the Shadow Strike. So your attack gains a plus if an opponent is not facing you. So that could have been a big help for him as well. And then you also have the kill streak at the bottom, which is going to track how many kills you got in succession and can give you bonuses as well. And then each player also has, their weapon has an advanced side, which gives you a little bit different chart at the bottom and gives different benefits to different things. It also gives you additional sprints potentially. So let me go and flip this one over. So yeah, both of our players would actually start with 2 sprint tokens instead, and then each player does have a reload token that they can spend. Now the reload tokens are also going to give some negative effects as well, depending upon when those are used and if you get caught when you're reloading. But otherwise you can still move with those. And so you would gain those tokens and use those. Now on top of that, again, you can have access to all the different tokens, and these are going to give you different strategies that you can use throughout the game. So for example, during your turn, instead of just doing a move action, you could choose, for example, my player could have, dropped that reload token in there during that first step. So he would have still moved, but then he would have gotten to reload, redrawing his hand, and that would give him a hand size of 5. And then he could drop a tactics token into there. And each one of these is going to have different effects, such as the ADS, which gives you additional accuracy when you're standing still and aiming. That's going to let you start in a different position. So if I had ADS, then I could have started there, for example, with the long range, and giving me a little bit of a benefit right off the bat. Now, on top of that, you're also going to have access to additional cards. So there's going to be tons of different cards, such as headshots. Each one of these, some of them are going to have abilities that you can play during your turn behind your screen, and then if certain conditions are met, then those are going to take effect, and you wouldn't have to necessarily worry about any of the other parts of the card. But all of these cards are going to have all kinds of different effects, again giving you more strategy, more variety in your games as you play through. And there's going to be a ton of these cards included in the game. And then you also have, like I said, those starting items. So in this core or this prototype set, I have the Magnum, I have a frag grenade, and a proxy mine. So the proxy mine, obviously, you're going to place out, and then if another player moves into it, it explodes, dealing 3 damage to that space and 2 damage to each adjacent one of the nodes to that space. With a frag grenade, you can toss it, and you'll deal 2, deploy within 2 nodes, eliminate enemies on that node, and deal 2 wounds to all enemies in adjacent nodes. So this one lets you chuck it and then potentially do it. So I could have gone here or something like that and chucked it into there to try to cause some damage and eliminate my opponent before I could move up there and potentially get the flag in that. And then there's also the different airstrikes you can call in and all those benefits, and that's tied to your kill streak as well. And then there's also recruits. You can have additional recruits that can kind of help you out in positions and tactics, moving those around, and they are going to work similarly to players, but with obviously less controls and all that, where you have to worry about managing a whole other character. Well, I hope that gives you a good idea of some of the features of the advanced mode as well, and helps you decide whether or not this is one you want to back on Kickstarter. As always, if you have any questions or comments, please post those in the comment section below and I'll do my best to answer them, or swing by the comment section in the Kickstarter page and drop any questions you have there as well. I'm sure the creators would love to hear from you and are more than happy to answer any questions you have. Until next time, I'll see you later.